How many times in a day can a brother offend me? How many times in a day can a brother offend me? Luke chapter 17, verse 4. Luke chapter 17, verse 4. To the Muslim leaders, we do it in our you-led aspect. So you try to blend with the biblical references, and at the time we'll be talking about Islamic studies. The Christian will also try to blend with the teachings. We are just doing this to see that you acquire sufficient leadership knowledge to help you work as a leader and tolerate one another. So you may have a particular verse in Quran that will be similar to Luke 17 verse 4. But right now we are using the biblical narrations or submissions to help us understand this question. How many times in a day can a brother offend thee? Luke 17 verse 4. Luke 17 verse 4. And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him. That is Jesus speaking. If thy brother offend thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times he returns to you and tell you, I am sorry for what I did, you need to forgive that your brother. You need to forgive that your friend. You need to forgive that your leader. You need to forgive that your parent. You need to forgive that child. So there is no limit to the extent of forgiveness according to the teachings of Jesus Christ, as recorded in Luke 17 verse 4. There's no limit. There's no limit to the extent of forgiveness. Unlike what many people will tell you, you have offended me one time. If you do it again, I'll not forgive you. You've offended me 2 times. If you do it again, I'll not forgive you. In a day, the question was, how many times in a day, not in a week, in a day, not in a week, that my brother can offend me? So your brother has 7 chances. If we must follow the count, your brother has 7 chances to offend you. And if he returns back to you and tell you, I'm sorry, you just need to forgive your brother. But you must not take that and abuse it. Don't take delight in offending your brother. Do not take delight. Don't feel happy to offend people. Don't feel happy to offend people. Do not say that is how you are, or that is how you were created. That is not who you are, and that is not how the Creator created you. You choose to make yourself to become such a vessel of offense to people. So you need to repent and change your lifestyle if you must be that architecturally minded leader. So do not take delight in offending your parents. Do not take delight in offending your siblings. Do not take delight in offending your neighbors. Do not take delight in offending people around you. Do not take delight in offending your neighbors. Do not take delight in doing those things. And you, as a leader who is ready to walk according to the standards of leadership, Jesus has taught us in Luke 17 verse 4 that if thy brother offend thee 7 times in a day and returns 7 times in a day to tell you, I'm sorry for what I've done, you need to forgive your brother. You need to forgive your brother. So forgiveness is key to leadership. Yes, forgiveness is key to leadership. Christ taught that forgiveness is a duty that must be performed by his disciples or followers. You cannot change it through your self-knowledge. Jesus will not accept that there is any wrong so gross nor so often repeated that it is beyond forgiveness. Jesus has never said there's any offense, there's any sin that is far beyond forgiveness. No. To him, an unforgiving spirit is one of the most heinous of sins. Yes. If you have an unforgiving spirit, then you are not ready to be the follower or the disciple of Jesus Christ. If you have an unforgiving spirit, then you're not supposed to be a human that God, the Creator, will be pleased with, because He expects us to forgive one another. It is a command given by Jesus Himself to every of His disciples. It is a sin when we ignore, disrespect, or disobey this command. Disrespecting this command is disrespecting Jesus Christ. So if you're a believer of Jesus Christ, if you follow Jesus Christ and you disrespect this command He has given, then you are as well disrespecting Jesus. Many times in our lives as followers of Christ or our people, we have disrespected or insulted God by not keeping the command of His only begotten Son, sent to mankind to emancipate us by giving us a new direction of life. So we must keep to the standard of Jesus Christ. In the secular educational system of peace and conflict resolution, conflict to Prout and Robin, 1986, means perceived divergence of interest or a belief that the parties' current aspirations cannot be achieved simultaneously. In this concept or in this definition, the three vital things mentioned were interest, aspirations, and beliefs. So sometimes we offend people because we have different beliefs. Sometimes we offend one another because we have different aspirations. Sometimes we get ourselves offended because we have different interests. But in all, we must learn how to forgive. So if your brother offends you in a day 7 times and he comes back to ask for forgiveness 7 times, Jesus said we must forgive that our brother. So as leaders, we must learn how to forgive. In our next other class, we shall be looking at 70 times 7. What does it mean? So see you in our next other class.